welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope that you remember us as we come back from a breather that we took from YouTube. For the folks who are following us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, they are being served with daily cricketing updates. So if you have not followed us on the social media platforms yet, please pause this video right now and go follow us there as you are missing live action. We have also covered the Sri Lanka tour of Bangladesh there, so please check it out if it interests you. I know the past days were dry and boring without top level cricketing action, but don't worry, the cricketing season is back with the England summer followed by the World Test Championship final, followed by the IPL, the PSL, the windy summer, so much so that you would be spoiled for choices. I'm personally happy that the Test cricket is back, and when the cricket is back, so will be your favorite show, which is called as Soft Signal. I am your favorite host, Srijit Iyer, and this episode is about reviewing the World Test Championship 2021-2023, which is going to happen between England and New Zealand. Fans are thrilled for many reasons, and one is that the cricket is back, and that too at a place which is very, very special, which is also called as the home of cricket, Lord's, where the match is going to happen after 3 long years. Another interesting fact is that the Black Caps are visiting the United Kingdom for a series after 6 long years. I don't know who kept them waiting, but this time around the fans are in no mood to wait as the spectators are allowed to watch the live action. But yes, in a restricted capacity for this series. England are not playing their strongest side. They are playing their B team and they are saving for the Ashes. This rotation policy, I'm personally not a fan of it. But yeah, New Zealand on the other side are playing without Bolt. So who will have the upper hand? Who will top the new World Test Championship leaderboard is what is to be seen, and that's exactly what we will ask our panelists, where Omkar and Kunal are joining us. Welcome to the show. First things first, I have to address something very important and very recent. A news has surfaced that Joe Root has injured himself in the nets. I will go to Kunal first directly and ask him how much of truth is there in it. Have you researched about that?
Yes, Rajit. Unfortunately, the news is true. He has bruised his arm, and since then, he has not practiced in their outdoor nets and has taken rest. But I don't think it's a major concern for England because he will be fit and fine for the test. So I don't think it's a minor injury, but he will recover.
So I don't know what is up with the England players. They are always bruising their arms, be it Jofra Archer or Joe Root. We really hope that Joe Root plays in the match as it will balance the both of the teams. So if yeah, Ben Stokes also fine. Yeah. So who will be the captain if Joe Root get injured? If Joe Root does not recover, according to your opinion, I want to go to Omkar now.
So according to me, Stuart Broad will be the captain because currently he's vice captain. So obvious the choice would be Stuart Broad. And along with his James Anderson will be there, like his experience. Both of their experience will be crucial for England's this series.
So it would be very interesting for a test match where the captain and the vice captain both of them would be bowlers. It would be very interesting match to watch. So the next I'm going to come. So I'm going to come with to the New Zealand, and that to a bowler, that to a spearheader. Trent Bolt is going to miss this tournament. Obviously, he would be playing the World Test Championship final, but he would be missing this tour against England. So how will New Zealand be impacted without Bolt? I want to ask to Kunal now.
Yes, Trent Bolt will be missing this first match and he will be joining the team in the second. But I think they are concerned about the injuries factor also. So I think they have given a rest to him. He will be joining in. But I don't think there is much of a issue for the New Zealand. They got Kyle Jamieson there, tall. He will be playing his first series away from home. So yeah, I don't think there will be an issue with that. And also Team Saudi is there. So Tudor, ट्रेंड बोल्ट तो है लेकिन ये उनका पेस अटैक भी बहुत अच्छा बैलेंस है.
So Kunal, you are of the opinion that New Zealand won't be impacted without Trent Bolt, as they have Team Saudi to balance things out. We also hope to have a competitive match between them. I would stay with you with the next question that I wanted to ask you, that BJ Watling is going to play the last three matches of his career. So would he be considered in all matches? क्या न्यूजीलैंड थोड़ा प्रेशराइज्ड हो जाएंगी उनके फॉर्म होने या ना होने पे कि उनको कंसिडर करना है हर मैच पे? व्हाट इज योर ओपिनियन?
Look, he's playing last three matches. और अगर record देखा जाए तो he averages 38 around in test and experience काफी है उनके पास. So no matter if he is in form or he is not in form, he is going to play the final match, that is the final WTC final. मेरे को लगता है कि सेकेंड मैच में उनको रेस्ट दे सकते हैं कंसिडरिंग कि फाइनल खेलना ही है. तो सेकेंड मैच का देखा जा सकता है तो हाँ रेस्ट दे सकते हैं कंसिडरिंग द फाइनल, बट उनको खिलाना ही है. प्रेशर ये तो बिल्कुल न्यूजीलैंड के पास नहीं होगा क्योंकि ही इज द फर्स्ट चॉइस. कि यस मिडल ऑर्डर पे एक डिपेंडेंट बैट्समैन जो है वो बीजे वॉटलिंग न्यूजीलैंड के लिए है. तो देयर इज नो डाउट कि ही विल प्ले द मैचेस.
That is for sure. We have to step in New Zealand's shoes and think about the BJ Watling, as he must be given a farewell, as he should be played all the three matches. I would go to Omkar in Ireland. मैंने आपके लिए बहुत स्पेशल क्वेश्चन ढूंढ के रखा है क्योंकि आप इंग्लैंड के बहुत करीब हो अभी, क्योंकि the weather looks very good there. उनका रेन खत्म हो चुका है एंड वार्म वेदर चल रहा है वहां पे लीडिंग टू द मैच. So what do you think? How would be the pitch? How would the pitch be in the first game at Lord's? खिड़की से देख करके आप
I
बता सकते
guess नहीं, वेदर तो बहुत ही अच्छा है. मतलब पास्ट 2 डेज से तो वेदर बहुत बढ़िया है. सो डिपेंडिंग ऑन द वेदर, लाइक बीच में वो लाइक मदद नहीं मिलेगी स्टार्टिंग में. पेस बोलो स्टार्टिंग में मिलेगी पर बाद में बीच में नहीं मिलेगी. एंड ग्रास रहेगा तो फिर भी इतना यूज नहीं रहेगा वो ग्रास का. पर it depends on the England how they prepare the wicket, because they don't have great batting attack, but they have like bowlers like Stuart Broad and James Anderson. So I guess they will back their bowling and will prepare the pitch accordingly. Grass तो छोड़ेंगे ही वो.
Obviously, only thing that the cricketing fans would wish that कि पूरे इंग्लैंड समर में कम से कम बारिश हो. बारिश ना हो बोलना बहुत गलत बात होगा क्योंकि बारिश होने वाली है. कम से कम बारिश हो समर में, ये हम विश करेंगे. आई विल गो टू कुणाल नाउ कि इंग्लैंड इज प्लेइंग देयर बी टीम. So how does this team look like for you? And also Broad and Anderson generally don't open together. So will that happen? Would we get to see that Broad and Anderson opening bowling together for England?
या अगर दोनों खेल रहे हैं एंड ऑब्वियसली चांसेस तो ये कि दोनों खेलेंगे, तो या दे श्योरली शुड ओपन टुगेदर because the fact that their batting lacks, they have to put pressure through their bowling. उनके बॉलिंग जो है एंडरसन एंड स्टुअर्ट ब्रॉड जो बहुत बहुत अच्छे डालते हैं इंग्लैंड में, तो उनको बॉलिंग में अटैक करना ही होगा अगर ये मैच जीतना है तो. क्योंकि लुकिंग की ये होम मैच है इंग्लैंड के लिए, बट स्टिल दे आर प्रिटी इन द डिफेंडिंग पोजीशन, लाइक कुछ हो नहीं रहा है. और ये दोनों का जो अगर रिकॉर्ड देखा जाए तो 127 विकेट से अगेंस्ट न्यूजीलैंड. तो या ये लोग दोनों ने ओपन करना ही चाहिए अगर न्यूजीलैंड को प्रेशर डालना है तो.
बेसिकली ये न्यूजीलैंड पर प्रेशर डालेंगे, ये हमें जानकारी है हमें इस बात की. यही एंडरसन के बारे में मुझे क्वेश्चन पूछना है कि ओमकार को कि हाउ ग्रेट ऑफ अ प्लेयर ही इज जस्ट 8 विकेट्स अवे फ्रॉम 1000 फर्स्ट क्लास विकेट्स. एंड आल्सो इफ ही प्लेज बोथ द मैचेस ऑफ इंग्लैंड वर्सेस न्यूजीलैंड, ही वुड बी द प्लेयर who might have played most मैचेस फॉर इंग्लैंड. सो ये कितना बड़ा चीज है, और वो भी फास्ट बॉलर के लिए अटेंड करना इस इतने एज के बाद. ही इज वेल ओवर 30.
No doubt Anderson is a class bowler, his action is quite repetitive, so that's why he sustained so long the Test cricket. And also, seeing his current form, he's bowling very good. So I guess this series will be great for him. Like there will be added a burden for him. Like he like current England side is not that experienced, so he and Broad will take the team ahead in this series.
For sure. Personally, I think he is the greatest fast bowler that the Earth has ever seen. Soft Signal would wish him luck and good health
Yeah.
ahead of this series. So let's go to Kunal now. So New Zealand are always tend to play four frontline quicks. So do you think Mitchell Santner, the left arm spinner, would get some chances? And also, who would be the replacement for Bolt?
Okay, so I will answer the second question first. I think the replacement for Bolt would be Niall Wagner, because Niall Wagner, Team Saudi, Kyle Jamieson, these three fast bowlers will be playing in tomorrow's match, obviously. And for your first question, whether Santner will play or not, it completely depends on the pitch, I guess. Even the New Zealand's would be thinking over it because of the climate factor, also putting into thought that it might be overcast, it might be sunny. It's a 5 day game. We have to consider the whole 5 days. So yeah, I think the Mitchell Sanders inclusion will be completely based on the conditions, and it will be a spontaneous decision by the New Zealand.
Good answer. When is the last time we have seen a team going with all the fast bowlers? If they do so, then that would be really interesting to watch. Now let's go to Omkar let us ask him who would be the bowlers for England according to you. Who would be in the playing 11 for the first match at Lords?
So according to me, four bowlers will play in tomorrow's match. So obvious choice will be Jimmy Anderson, Stuart Broad, and along with them, Mark Wood, and the fourth bowler would be Craig Overton.
So yes, that would be a great mix of youth as well as the experience, which would be great to watch. Let's move to Kunal now directly. Who do you think would be the batsman for New Zealand for the first match at Lords?
Okay, so as per batting lineup, I would say Tom Latham, Tom Blundell. They both will open the innings. In at number three will be the skipper Kane Williamson. Then we have got Ross Taylor, Henry Nicholas, BJ Watling, keeper, and Colin de Grandom as an all-rounder. So yeah, this will be the batting lineup for New Zealand.
The middle lineup, the middle order looks very dependable. The top order might be fragile, I think. So let's go to the England now, to Omkar. What would be your batting lineup look like for the first match?
So my batting lineup would be obviously Dom Sibley, then Zach Crawley, Joe Root, Oli Pope, and I guess England will go with James Bracey as a wicketkeeper. Uh, and yeah, that's it. I guess I answered. Yeah, Rory Burns. I missed the Rory Burns also. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the
So that
batsmen.
would be similar to which that would be similar as they played in the India series. So it would be very interesting to
Yeah.
watch this match. We really hope that rain does not spoil the series, rain does not spoil the summer, and it would be a great contest. And whoever is the best on that day will win. So this was our review on the first match of the England versus New Zealand series, which is also the World Test Championships first match. If you love what we do, please like, share, subscribe to our channel. The name of the channel is Soft Signal. Please comment down below your favorite picks, and also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And also keep watching our show. Thank you so much. Bye bye.